It's a 900-mile, 8-day off-road adventure through 4 states as we hit highways, back roads, and dirt tracks, exploring 5 off-road parks with scores of hardcore trails. Prepare yourself for the most incredible adventure ever as we traverse only the best off-road trails. It's 4-Wheel and Off-Road Magazine's Ultimate Adventure. This year's Ultimate Adventure is a Midwest metal mash as we explore trails in Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Leading the expedition is 4-Wheel and Off-Road Editor-in-Chief Rick Payway, driving this year's project truck, the Ultimate Ford F-150. Technical editor Fred Williams takes up the responsibility of project truck builder and chief engineer. 7 4-Wheel and Off-Road Magazine readers' rigs were handpicked to join us, and here they are. Peyton Saraceno with Kelly Olson as co-driver in a 1989 Jeep Cherokee. Chuck Wickham in his 1985 Toyota Land Cruiser FJ60 with co-driver Mike Rasmussen. Phil Donovitz and co-driver Alex Baker with their heavyweight 1975 Ford F-250. Corey Osborne and Terry Hawkins in a modified 02 Jeep Wrangler. Blake Shepard and Crystal Hartman in their full-size 1978 Jeep J-Tin Honcho. Mike Marrero and Donnie Roebuck in a 1999 Nissan Frontier. Returning reader Matt Kime with his co-driver Ben Brewer in the 74 Chevy K30. This year's Ultimate Adventure, presented by Ford and the project truck, the Ultimate Ford F-150 with the cutting-edge EcoBoost engine. Warren is represented by its own Chad Schroll and Fred Perry in an 07 Jeep Wrangler Custom. Off-road design, Stephen Watson and Brandon Watson in their 99 GMC K2500. For Zone Off-Road Products, Carter Reed and Dave DeVormer wheeled the company's rig, a 90 Jeep Comanche. Farron Tidwell and Ricardo Olivarita were on hand with Bubba Rowe in a 2000 Nissan Xterra. Sam Patton of Sam's Off-Road Equipment and Mark Abbott wheeled a custom 84 Jeep CJ7 Renegade. The official tire sponsor, Nitto Tire, is represented by Mel Wade in his 07 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited with Nitto Tire representative Tim Colte. Project truck fabricator Randy Ellis of Randy Ellis Design and his co-driver Justin Scheller in an 86 Suzuki Samurai. Rounding out our crew is 4-Wheel and Off-Road Magazine's truck group publisher Steve Von Segeren, feature editor Ali Mansour, art director Alan Huber, and web editor Jason Gonderman. Now let's join the Ultimate Adventure crew in Nevada, Missouri for the first briefing.
Drivers meeting! Welcome to the 11th annual Ultimate Adventure. Woo! Woo! All right, you know who I am. I'm Rick Payway, editor-in-chief of Peterson's 4-Wheel and Off-Road Magazine. So what we have here is day 1 of Ultimate Adventure. We sit in the parking lot of the hotel. Everybody finally meets here and we check them in. We check them in and make sure that they have all the required equipment, all the required paperwork. But most important to see if they're all ready to go on the trip.
Trying to get draft shaft out, we did some last minute fine tuning here.
What we do is fix the vehicles because it's usually 1,000 miles that everybody has to drive here.
So it's 1,894 miles a year.
We came from Divide, Colorado. We left 2.5 days ago.
We left yesterday morning and drove 1,000 miles yesterday.
The trip out here was definitely long. It took us 2 days. We stopped over in Dodge City, Kansas and Tulsa.
High temperature mark on the way.
Right here, right here.
Yeah, we finished this Jeep around 7 o'clock last night, drove through the night, got here. No sleep, but a couple little things we got to tweak to get it just right for the trip.
So we're doing some last minute things, hooking up our CB so that Rick can tell everybody to get in line.
Finally, we get our guys to sticker on for the sponsors and repack our gear from road mode to trail mode.
You need to go by our left and right, so you need basically facing the interstate to let us know. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna put you on speaker.
The Old Cronies are a group that's been with me for years, and I just couldn't do the Ultimate Adventure without them. They're the guys that help me get everyone through the entire trip.
Well, there you go.
Cronies also get a little restless on check-in day, so they try to rile up the newbies with things like water balloon bombings.
So that people come running over here and look for who it is. They won't find anyone because we're back in our cool room.
They even do crazy things like trying to sell the guys' rigs right out of the parking lot.
Ho! Hello, welcome to Boyd's World of Cars. If you can get in Boyd's World, you can get a car. Here at Boyd's World of Cars, we do a 29.9 checkup. We do it all. It's perfect to drive unless you turn the key on.
Carfax. 29.95 checkup right there. Everything you need to know.
We got a family vehicle, 4x4. That doesn't mean 4 girls and 4 guys. It means it goes anywhere. Finance manager.
Short of cash, not needed. You don't even have to have cash.
We got a Ford, the best make, model ever built.
But instead of a well-used 4x4, we opted for something a bit newer. So we sent tech editor Fred Williams to the Ford truck factory. We teamed with Ford this year, and Fred was there to watch our F-150 get built with the EcoBoost V6 engine.
Can they just leave the doors off?
Leave the doors.
Yeah, then we can see better when we're four-wheeling. Wow.
I might need those for it.
Yeah.
Fred grabbed the keys and wasted no time firing it up. He laid down an 800-mile road test.
So it's about to sit.
He even found some dirt along the way, and even some good old mud. And finally, they hit the build shop. At Randy Ellis Design, they wasted no time before it was on the lift. Pretty soon, the whacking and the hacking began. 3 months later, here's our official fabricator to tell you more.
How you guys doing? I'm Randy Ellis Design. We got a special project we built for Ultimate Adventure this year, 2011 F-150. The whole idea behind this build on this truck is the independent front suspension. Independent suspension makes this truck. That's the whole idea. As you can see, these tires are monster 40-inch tires. We had to trim a lot of sheet metal. We did what's called boat siding on this truck. We took about 6 inches off the bottom of the cab. We cut a good 14 inches, exactly 14 inches, off the bed. Shorten it up. And in the bed, we've got Tuffy drawer, Baja rack, ARB fridge freeze, high lift, spare tire inside the truck. First thing we did, had to have a roll cage. We've got complete 6-point roll cage welded all to the cab, all the way through. We kept as much interior as we possibly could. Stock, it's ready to go. This thing is really ready to go. Now, hold. All right, now it's ready.
That's it. That's the Ultimate F-150. For more about the build, check out the DVD bonus section. We finished the first day with the driver's meeting and to find out where our missing tail gunner is. Where are you, Clifton?
I am 90 miles west of you.
Okay, good. Well, hurry up. I'll save some pizza for you.
In about 15 minutes.
Okay, good. Watch lightning. Bye. 7:30, right here, driver's meeting. That means you are ready to roll. 7:45, we can roll. That means you gas up tonight. It means you get food tonight. It means you fix everything tonight. Ready to roll. What does ready to roll mean?
Ready to go.
That's right. 8 o'clock, we move out of here. Ah, perfect weather. That'll make the trails interesting for tomorrow. Drivers meeting! Come on, guys! Well, welcome to the second day of Ultimate Adventure. It's gonna be a short road day, long trail day.
We're gonna go 4x4 ring.
Everybody's gonna follow this truck.
Yeah, we're moving out, had a meeting, had a big burrito, barely running late and it's hot. Yeah, that's normal.
Day 2, Ultimate Adventure. Even though we started the trip in Missouri, we traveled 30 miles to Kansas for our first off-road trails at Kansas Rocks Recreation Park. Drivers meeting! All right, welcome to our first trail of Ultimate Adventure. We're at Kansas Rocks. Guess where that is in? Kansas! All right, never thought Kansas would have some rocks, but believe me, they do. Not only that, they have wet rocks today. As you can see, we've had a copious amount of rain. It triples the difficulty factor. You're all aired down. We'll be leaving in a bit. I'm going to introduce to you Jake Good.
All right, I'm Jake Good. I'm going to be your trail leader for today. We're going to take you out and run you through some of these muddy rocks that we've got here. Keep these rigs looking as nice as they do right now, but I can't guarantee that. Try and keep you guys off the trees.
Little extra parts, not really that needed for the rest of the trip. It'll be okay.
We're just easing into the woods here on our very first trail. We've got the big F-150 right behind us, driven by Rick Payway. We're going to see if we can squeeze him through some trees down here on these tight Kansas trails.
Hey everybody, we're putting together a drive line, so as usual, we open the adventures and go at its own pace.
We didn't even get out of the parking lot. We already lost the front drive shaft.
Bolt or two missing from a drive shaft. We're going to have to find some hardware that's the right size, the right length, get it bolted back together, and we'll be on the trail.
Oh no, you guys are the official first break. You guys have made it the first 10 yards.
Is that going to be long enough?
He made 10 feet. Oh, 10 feet. Okay, I'm sorry.
We'll give him a little more credit.
I don't want to jinx myself. I'll be next.
So we're at Pickup Pinch. This is the obstacle's name. It's supposedly named for me with my big pickup, and it's going to be pinched because it's so tight. This is the first hill, and what we have is a winch being hooked up, Warren winch, hooking up. Got to save the trees, and then we're going to pull them up. It doesn't need a lot, but it's really sloppy, so that's why we're going to do it this way. Good. Well, first time out here, they're all going to learn a little bit about Kansas rocks.
All right, we're just getting the rest of this group up Pickup Pinch here. Looks like we got a real nice run going here. Gonna try and take a nice little U-turn maneuver, I think. Well, I believe that's called a take two. Looks like he's checked his GPS. He's got the right coordinates this time.
We wanted to try it out first. We flipped a U-turn to see how the mud conditions were, and then we hit up straight line this time.
After the first half of the group makes it up over the ledges, the trail starts to get super sloppy and all chewed up. Traction is at a premium. That's also when the winches start to work overtime.
Unhook. It unhooked or to break it?
We have some old fatigue parts on this pintle hitch. This is the upper latch.
I don't know if
And
off of that one,
it
but it might be something
bounced it, hit it just right,
Yes.
snapped off this corner, bumped it enough, popped it off.
Tail gunner Clifton Slay stays behind with Tim to fix the carnage while we keep the group moving down the trail.
Which way do people go? Passenger or driver? Left.
Up there and to the left? Good luck.
We were trying to do some different components from other rigs. Now we're to the point where we just need to weld the whole one together. Should be out of here in a couple minutes.
Time for a strap.
She's slick, man. These tires, I'm really not used to them, but we're trying here. We are really trying. Now the motor has died, so that is just not helping me try and get up here.
This is Gina's Giggly Gulch. What we have is a vehicle that is not running. So rather than trying to do a dead pull on the winch, we're going to put this winch on them, pull them together, get them up off the trail onto the side so we can try and fix them up.
Brand spanking new road.
Looking good.
I got a flat. I was down one, drive shaft. Tim Hardy let me pay him back by using some of my tools. And now I'm got a flat tire coming up the first obstacle, major obstacle in the park. And well, it happens, first and third. I'm hoping to get all my breakage out of the way today, and then maybe the rest of the week I can cruise.
Yeah, we got everybody up. The contingency that was broke or behind is trying to catch up, and we're headed for Gina's Giggly Gulch, I believe.
We're about halfway through our day here at Kansas Rocks. We're working our way through Larry's cash box right now. Got some good mud holes we're working through here just to show off what Kansas is really all about with these rocks and mud. Actually, this trail is named after the gentleman that financed the money up front for this park. Using grant money, we had to finance it up front and get the money reimbursed through the state of Kansas. So this trail is named after him.
We're gonna give her hell up this hill.
Trying to make a hill. Trying to make a hill. The worst, the toughest hill I've ever tried to climb, I think, for sure. It's a little gooey. It's a little slick. There's a lot of rock. It's pretty wet. Fourth gear, 4 low, lots of wheel speed.
That's the look I want. Yeah.
You got too close to it.
I love this.
Oh, that's
What's going to do on this one? Oh, wide open. All the way up to the top. So, plenty of tire speed, maybe a couple trees to bounce off of, keep you in line, all the way to the top.
Ball joints apparently, but almost made it. Almost made it.
Keep you from sliding off the hill.
Hey, Rick, we hear you on the CB, but you can't hear us.
Wonderful. Okay, here's the deal. Zone came flying up, made the hill, and then broke a front axle, which busted out the ball joint. So the tire's a little bit sideways. That means you guys are not going to get up this hill because it'll take at least an hour to take it apart, pop the ball joints back in, get the axle out, and get them down the road. In the meantime, Jake and his crew is going to have a different trail just to the right of Woodcutter. And he's right now finding that trail. So just sit tight for a minute. We'll have the Kansas Rocks and Greasy Hill and Tree Park show you where to go.
Taking the outer axle out of the wheel bearing hub so that we can get the lower ball joint out of the steering knuckle and put the lower ball joint back in the housing. That's the carnage right there.
That's broken.
My fault.
What are you gonna do?
Oops. More bodywork to fix. Caught between a rock and a hard tree, unfortunately. We're a little bit wedged in. We're on a Zook squeeze, and this isn't even the squeeze part. Once we get past here, we'll decide what we're going to do with the window, but it's got to get up so we can turn right so we can even get out of here.
Hey Rick, what are you doing way over there? The trail's over here.
All right, we've got Rick over here doing some trail maintenance for us. What happens is these trees really overgrow the trails here, and if we don't keep them trimmed back, you just can't find the trails anymore. So appreciate Rick showing us exactly how to get all this stuff trimmed up nice and neat for us.
Something going on in the back end?
Broke a rear drive shaft.
It's yeah, last obstacle, and then we were out of here to go eat. Now I guess it's going to be a maybe a picnic supper. It's about time for dinner.
We got food to get to. All right, so that was Zook squeeze. That was more than a squeeze. That was tight. Rear drive shaft went out. Nothing we could do then. Winch. Unfortunately, the one winch at the angle it's at, that wasn't going to cut it either. So we took the quickly van, turned it around, pulled the winch on out of that. All right, let's go see what we've done. Yeah. Door still works. Window's a little worse for wear. Oh well, she'll be all right.
Wait, spot me! He's gonna hit that.
Sam Patton's coming up. He's known for full throttle and balls out. Nicely done.
Great, man. Really good. trails aren't that bad. It's just there's no traction. You just can't get traction on anything.
So far, the adventure's been great. We just had a pretty good rainstorm, made things a little bit slicker than they already were, pulling a lot of cable in this rocky, slick mud. But it's been a great time, having a really good time so far.
Man, that was fun. That may erase those 2-inch moments earlier today.
Clifton decided that he needed to check out the underside of his vehicle, so he popped it over on the right side. So now we have to get it back over. So this is the last hill here at Kansas Rocks. All we have to do now is get our tail end up here. We're lucky. They made dinner for us. Now the rain has stopped. We're going to go have a good time. It's been a great first day thanks to Kansas Rocks. Let's get them up. With the slimy, rocky trails conquered, we headed back to base camp for the barbecue feast brewed up by the crew at Kansas Rocks. Heck, they even supplied ice cream before we finally hit the road.
Good to see you guys.
With the wheeling and food done at Kansas Rocks, we headed back to Missouri to fix the day's carnage.
Doing right, just checking on everything, make sure everything's gonna fit up all right. They're trying to finish up the axles so we can get them in and get this thing back on the road tomorrow.
Drivers meeting! Let's go! We're burning daylight and coolness.
Checking my exhaust underneath my truck, and a piece of dirt got into my eye.
Fixing to make my eye. He got something in his eye and he can't see, so we're gonna make my eye.
Nice. High definition. I like it.
Moonshine.
Morning.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th of July.
Okay, we're in Nevada, Missouri. We're actually on day 3 of Ultimate Adventure, and what we have now is a road day. It could be 10 miles, it could be 150 miles, it could be 300 miles. They don't know. That's one of the beauties of the Ultimate Adventure is the adventure part. It's not a scripted cruise across the Caribbean. So we'll leave out of here. Maybe we'll have wheeling, maybe we won't. That's the whole idea of Ultimate Adventure. We're at Jones Mud Fest. As you know, this is a road day. You have to be prepared to drive through the mud and the trails on a road day, right? Sure. Yay, with all your gear. However, we're going to make a special exception for you guys. We're going to unload everything because we are camping here tonight. So the idea here is we are going to go get really sloppy, slimy, come back, cook, eat, watch fireworks, and all that kind of stuff. And we owe it all to our friend, Brad Jones. Thank you, Brad.
Hi, I'm Brad Jones. This is the Jones Mud Fest in Southwest Missouri, Lockwood, Missouri. We are heading through the trails. This is a working cattle farm. We enjoy wheeling, we enjoy the mud, so we actually wanted to incorporate that and share everything with other people. We've got over 600 acres of trails and mud bogs and pits for today. A little bit of limestone base, a lot of tight trees. The F-150 today is going to, hopefully it doesn't turn into a crushed aluminum pop can.
Plenty of room, plenty of room.
This trail was named due to a sign we found on it. It's so wrong, it's right.
Going good. It's skinny here. Have to lose some weight to get through this trail or turn sideways.
You're in good shape over here, Mike.
Since this is a logging trail anyways, we don't mind actually taking down some of the saplings and having our trail guys do that whenever we're on a trail ride. It actually helps us out to get the bigger equipment.
We were looking for our Bubba rope opportunity. I think we found it.
Fred didn't use quite enough throttle to make it through this deep mud. So we're going to try out this new Bubba rope and see if we can pull the forward out of the muck.
Yes, that line is optional. I'm sure you all choose to take it.
Getting ready to go hit the big mud, man. Show them what the Hulkster's made of. We don't make it. We're ready.
Tire number 2.
Knocked a hole in the sidewall of a tire, and we're going to do a temporary trail repair that involves using plugs to fill the hole. We started by cleaning, we got it good and clean, and then we're going to take plugs, self-sticky plugs, and we're going to stack them in the hole carefully until we get the hole plugged in an attempt to get it to hold air so we can get off the trail.
Camera ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
It went real well, I tell you. Them pickup trucks were beating us Jeeps, so I was trying to make a good showing for us Jeeps. We did all right. We almost made it. Is my hat muddy too? This mud don't taste too good though. Go.
We worked through the night last night, as you saw, and did a bunch of work today, and couldn't find the parts we needed, but had some stuff getting overnighted to us, and we made what we had work for now, so hopefully we don't break right here.
Hey, at least we made it, right? Truck grabbed another gear. Man, 2 days in a row.
Had fun yet?
Loving it. That's all part of it, right?
I think we just about have the last few rigs through the mud hole. We've been testing our Bubba ropes and our Warren winches a lot.
It's muddy.
As you just saw, Randy Ellis knows how to drive mud. Not bad for an Arizona boy.
Tell me, how's the road day going?
It's been busy. We're here now, and we're a little bit heavier than Randy there, but we're going to give it our best.
All right. Now that was actually how to do it. Unfortunately, it didn't have enough momentum, even though it looked like it. Now the fun begins, because we're going to use the Bubba rope on a Samurai to actually take that out. That's how a Bubba rope works. That's kinetic energy in action. That Samurai was about 2,500 pounds, pulling out that monstrous Toyota FJ60 at about 8,000 pounds. Just like that, no problem.
We're the last one, and I think 1 or 2 guys have made it, and I don't know, we'll give it the Ultimate Adventure try. Who knows, we might push through it and make history. Ready?
Yeah.
We just left the big mud bog, pond I had a bounty on that no one had crossed at any of our events. And today we cleaned her out pretty good. It should be pretty good for everyone from here on out.
Straighten it up. Great. Cleared. Oh, the 2A is here. Ah, last time I saw this, buried. I need a photo of that. Yeah, it's a matcher. Matches those two. Yeah, 2 4-cylinder belly. Nothing wrong with this tire. Man, this thing is mint. This is exactly what I was looking for. We're at Brad Jones Mudfest and Trails, and we found this priceless, wonderful CJ2A with tilt steering. Not bad, huh? So Tim Hardy and I think that if we give it an afternoon, we'll have it running. We're taking it on UA. Oh yeah, it's a rebuilder.
Ready to go, even if it rains.
Oh wait, get the cobwebs out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those come with it.
Oh, this is a thing of beauty.
Is this a 4-wheel drive trail? I thought this was the access road.
walk.
Straight to the top?
Oh, every time. You see where we are, don't you? You're not interviewing me down there, are you?
Last I checked, Bailey was working on a motor in the creek. I've got a Nissan behind me. Here's one more vehicle behind him. A couple back with keys. Up ahead, we have some ball rock. We call it. It was actually rock that was picked up off these fields about 75 to 100 years ago. And now we just play on it. It makes a fun little trail and obstacle.
With the last of the rigs done with the trail, we headed back to camp. Even Mike's trail fix of his flat tire held out for the rest of the day. Drivers seated! Did you enjoy yourself today? All right. Jones Mudfest. I know it really kicked your tail. It's a long, hot day with a long, hot road day. This is totally like what we normally do. To finish off the evening at Jones Mudfest, the crew set up camp, and then they started fixing the day's damage. And of course, that sometimes lasts late into the night.
A little bit after 11. We're just getting things finished up. You know, all the guys had some food. Just got to air up the tires for the road day tomorrow, and we'll be ready to go.
This is the end of Ultimate Adventure Day number 3. This was our second trail day. We were at the Jones Mudfest, Mud Park and Trails. It was great. We broke stuff. We made it up hills. We found neat stuff. And then top it all off, it's 4th of July. So they gave us an incredible fireworks demonstration. Now it's time to go to bed. Long road day tomorrow.
I'm getting ready to go to bed. I stink, haven't took a shower in over 24 hours. Good night.
Drivers meeting! What's our number 1 rule?
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
That's number 3, number 1 rule. Okay, stick to it. All right, we had a lot of good breakage yesterday, a lot of good wheeling, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, give it up for Brad. Yay! Okay, we have a long road day. We got maybe a surprise or 2 on the way. Have fun, guys. See you guys. See you. The 4th day of Ultimate Adventure started with a road trip, except for the few rigs caught up in yesterday's carnage. They stayed behind at a local repair shop to make emergency fixes before they can catch up later.
I blew my power steering pump.
We are rebuilding the inner cardan joint due to excessive horsepower and a right foot of a driver. That would be me.
And they'll have plenty of time to catch up later, because our on-the-road repairs will take some time too.
4th day, and as typical, the road day is really where it shakes rigs out. and you start having, the rigs have been jostling around, things are coming loose, and some of these little chronic or small issues are starting to come about. And I think this is our 4th or 5th stop, and we're under like 150 miles.
Maybe the fuel pump overheated. The previous mud days, getting my alternator. Electrical system struggling right now.
So what's our fix here? Super soaker?
The super soaker, cold water on the fuel pump, possibly maybe some jumper cables to the battery.
Hours of pavement and dirt roads later, we finally make it across the border to Oklahoma in our 3rd off-road park, D-Day.
Welcome to D-Day Adventure Park. We're glad to have the magazine down, and we want to show these guys around, and our job is to make sure you have fun. Here at the park, we've got a lot of levels of different trails. We've got stuff that's easy for just even a common Jeep like this. We've got stuff that's severe for any kind of rock climber that you can bring out. The whole area is so diverse, it is really fun for everybody that shows up.
We are going to be wheeling the rest of the day here. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. You're also worried about whether we're going to be going through the mud with all your gear packed in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, guess what? We're camping here too. D-Day Adventure Park is a 710-acre 4x4 paradise, but it's also a premier paintball venue. In fact, it's known worldwide for the villages, trucks, and tanks of World War II. Finally, Phil and Peyton caught up with us after fixing their rigs back at the repair shop. Just about the time that we were getting ready to hit the trails. Trail leader Terry Hershey led us in his flatty on a short tour of the park, which leads down the ravines and gullies of northern Oklahoma, all to set us up at the base of the Killer Hill climbs. Here we go. We're going to try this hill probably, still low range, but probably about 3rd gear, hammer down. It's steep and loose. The last guy up made it steeper and looser. Here we go. We have the iguana coming up, courtesy of Bubba Ropes. He's not going to make it, unfortunately, because he hasn't found his right gear yet. First, they got to get their momentum up, and they got to have it in a higher gear so they can get the wheel speed up, and they have to fly up. And once they're halfway up, they can start to crawl.
He's starting to get some wheel hops, getting pretty exciting, but might start breaking some parts to keep that up.
Only way to get this whole trail done is if everybody only takes 3 tries. It was a good darn try. That really looked good.
Got to commit on these kind of hills. All go or no go. Good stuff, man, good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's why I couldn't go up that hill. The rear locker wasn't engaged and my air compressor keeps cycling, so we think we got a pinched hose or something. I got a repair kit, we're gonna fix it and try it again.
The theory is to shape this quarter to the size of this header and actually weld it over this hole. Well, after all this trip has actually cost me, I had to invest more money in my Jeep. I had to use a quarter and weld over the hole in the header. Of all things, I had to add 25 more cents to the value of the Jeep. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I ain't gonna be able to get that money back out of it.
works a lot better. It doesn't work in three-wheel drive.
My key bounced out.
I don't know where this thing is. All right.
The rocks are rolling, and a lot of people had problems with wheel hop, and a lot of dust got on the rocks and even lost traction. Sometimes when it's more moist, some of those hills are a lot easier to climb. That's actually a small one. We have plenty more of those on the farm. I think we're going to go down to Tomahawk and just trail ride for a little while, and then we'll pick another heavy-duty trail to try somewhere on the farm.
Always like to take the back way. Less traffic.
This is a 1966 151A1. It's a military Jeep. Most of them seen a lot of action in Vietnam. I've had this Jeep for 10 years and I absolutely love it.
Terry, that just sucks.
What'd you do?
I broke the end off my hydraulic steering cylinder. So now I'm pretty much crippled till I can get a welder to it.
Let's use your welder, Rick.
So you want to use my welder?
Hey, if we can weld it, I'll go again. Plan something big, you can just figure it's gonna break.
This is Oklahoma's worst kept secret for four-wheeling. It's a great place, but hardly anybody knows about it. It's got ledges, it's got hill climbs, it's got real twisty things where you can go down the valleys. Then it's got more ledges and hill climbs and rocks, and it's really incredible. We've been out here for about 3 hours, had to winch a lot, strap a lot, so yeah, it's been a good day. So anyway, this truck is a little wide, but with a little amount of care, we've been able to keep it off most of the streets for most of the time. Yeah, we're gonna figure out exactly what's going on here.
Now, this could be Rick's stippling rod.
So people have been going on both sides?
Yep.
I think this big pile here looks like the most fun.
I think you should just name it.
All
What are
right.
you gonna call it, Rick? What's it gonna be?
Can't name it if I don't make it.
All right, you load up. I want to see you get up.
All right, we're gonna do that.
Start right. Come on.
Look at this cat. Confounded on the ground after I came back down.
Well, you can see over there, there's some marks where the yoke was actually running right on the rock.
The ear on the drive shaft where the clip is in. Yeah. We could fix it and put it all together and just weld the clip in.
No, let's put the new one
But
in.
we got a drive shaft.
Changing the drive shaft on the UA F-150 looks like it hit the ledge as they were climbing up and popped a rear cap out of the yoke, and they're changing the shaft out because they had a new one sitting in the bed.
Yeah, we got Tippy in that hole right there and knew it was coming over, and a party foul to grab the top of the roll bar. I was trying to push off it, but my hand slipped underneath it. And, I was trying to put it on the roof, and then it slipped, yeah.
I know it's numb, so what I'm doing ain't hurting you, but just don't even look at me, okay?
Are you okay, Fred?
Yes.
I'm fine.
Okay, buddy.
Fred?
Yeah.
Hey, Fred.
It's pretty off camber, so I want to be a little bit safer and make sure I don't whack my head on a rock, just in case.
I wanted to say thank you for inviting us out here. Once I was out here last time, I knew this is the place we wanted to be, so thanks again.
Rick, you're a real guy. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
anybody
try.
likes OD paint on vehicles got to be a friend of mine.
So that's it. Talking about an adventure at D-Day Adventure Park. We had some awesome hill climbs, some real twisty stuff. We had breaks, we've had rolls. Now all we got to do is fix everything we've broken, maybe eat a little dinner, get some sleep, because tomorrow we've got a road day that's really going to be interesting.
Just making a campfire here. Don't want the grass to light on fire. It's so hot out, pretty dry. Oh! Well, steering right to here. Oh, man.
What are you doing with that corn?
I'm buttering this corn and I'm gonna grill it. Then I'm gonna eat it.
We are doing an air locker repair. We had an air leak, a severe air leak, and removed the cover, drained the oil, and made a small repair to an air line inside the diff and got the locker working.
About to finish.
No gear oil in this face.
Just put the cover on oil and we're good to go.
Yeah, I'm preparing my bed, my place to sleep. No, actually, I had some fuel pump problems or electrical problems throughout the road day today and the off-road day, and I'm gonna throw a new pump on here and hopefully fix it, and maybe no more problems tomorrow.
How's it going there, Cliffy?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Just, you know, the week's, you know, we're at midweek, and so, well, the mornings are getting, you know, you're getting a little more tired. It's a little harder to get up in the morning. So it's starting to feel like it's Ultimate Adventure.
I had the technical editor, Fred Williams, in the truck, and I think he's gained some weight since I last saw him. It pulled that right side right over that ledge. And flippity hippity floppity floppity. My beautiful truck looks like some Rubicon rig now. That's why they call it an adventure. You might excuse me now, I'm gonna pull the ticks off my leg. Fresh shower. Woo!
Feels good.
Lose a quarter?
No, I'm tightening the coffee maker. Yeah, the coffee maker's loose sometimes and it rattles around. Get it back.
Ed, thank you so much for inviting us to your park.
And we appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And,
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had some good stuff. Tell Dwayne thanks.
I will, and I hope day 5 is exciting as day 4.
I don't know. Yesterday was awfully exciting. See you later, man.
Thanks.
Take care. Well, a few miles down the road and we find a surplus store. You know what a sucker I am for those. And so are all the other happy campers here on Ultimate Adventure. So we're going to go in and see what we can buy that we don't need.
Yeah, this is going to be really useful. We should pick some of this up for.
Yeah, I mean, it was chilly
tomorrow. I
the other
heard
night.
It's supposed to get down to
72,
what?
maybe?
72. I was thinking more like 92 probably.
Yeah.
And
Well, what we have is a book on booby traps. So I figure, you know, with all the shenanigans that go on Ultimate Adventure, there's got to be something in there.
Lights on for safety, people. Not quite sure, but I knew there was a gas station here, and that's what was important. Our last gas station, don't ask me how this works. We get to the pumps. Sign says, today we have no internet service, so debit and credit cards will not work. And that doesn't mean just at pumps, that means inside too. Well, obviously we have plenty of cash, try to conserve your cash. Not that you have enough of it. So, on to the next gas station. That's because we're on a road day. Anything can happen, everything will happen. Just wait for the next thing. That's going to be even better. We're going to Bluff Dwellers Cave in Knoll, Missouri. It's a special cave discovered in 1925 by the landowner. It was used by the natives around 8,000 years ago who were bluff dwellers, hence the name. It's only about 50% developed and a real jewel among caves. It's special for us too, as it's 65 degrees inside and today it's 101 outside. We're taking a ride through the Mark Twain National Forest. We're on the Sugar Trail Scenic Drive. It's a nice little gravel road. We're just on our regular road day, having fun. Ultimate Adventure takes you on the dirt roads and back roads of America, like the Beaver Bridge in Arkansas. It's a single-lane bridge, 554 feet long, that we maxed out the weight rating of on the first 3 rigs. After a night ride and a dirt road wheel fest, we finally made it to camp before midnight, all to get ready for the next wheeling day.
We have bacon burritos and spam burritos.
Drivers meeting! So it's Thursday, Ultimate Adventure. We're at Wheelin' World Off-Road Park in Arkansas, just south of Eureka Springs. Dale Bax at Wheelin' World, thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Welcome you all. We will be running Wheelin' World Off-Road Park today. We have a combination of mild to wild. We just want to welcome everybody and hope everybody has a good time.
Wheelin' World is a relatively new park in northwest Arkansas, located right in the heart of the Ozarks. We'll be wheeling here all day. It has so much to offer. And as you'll see, there are even some sketchy off-camber trails as well as the easy rides.
We've just came down Carolyn's Crack and we're going to venture up Fence Line Trail. It's a 3+. We'll be traveling from here up to Rockway Pass.
fence line is a short but steep trail that empties out onto the start of Rockway.
Oh, this is just awesome. This is great stuff. It's some traction, some rocks. You can crawl it. Doesn't require a lot of horsepower and tire speed, but it's real technical stuff. So this is good stuff.
The end of Rockway has a tricky finish. Either turn off camber downhill for a scary ride, or turn uphill and back down the trail.
I'm Jeff from Edmond, Oklahoma. Cut this trail and run it for the first time about 8 months ago. We were up here at the cave, but we got just above us, looking over the lookout. We seen all these boulders down here, so we decided to come down here and walk it. The next morning we come down here and clipped it all, just got on it and tried it. We gave it a whirl and we made it, and we've been running it ever since. There's only been several trucks try to accomplish it. Most of them either break or turn over in the beginning. This is one of the many trails to run. The key to making it is just taking it slow, having a spotter watch you through it. Don't get in no big hurry. If you get in a hurry, you're going to end up down on the bottom of this ravine. Just take your time. Don't be scared to use a winch or a rope or have somebody spot you. You can run it either way, and just be careful.
We're safe. Looking good at first on the UA. You can't go down the trail forward, you go down the trail backwards.
This Arkansas Wheeling?
I haven't seen what's ahead of me because I'm kind of stuck in my truck with my seatbelt, but from what I'm hearing, it's probably better that I don't see it.
Go around the tree and use the tree like that.
He did great job. He and his trailer did well.
We're on Rockaway Trail, where it's so off camber, especially for bigger vehicles, especially for top heavy vehicles. We're winching them to the side, making a traverse line, so it's a giant swing. This particular vehicle, we're going to do it twice. He's just driving, we're holding on the left. If not, it's about 200 feet from the bottom of the hill. Only thing stopping you, if anything, are trees about that big. Let's see how he does.
We're going to be pulling on this Bubba rope to keep his body from rolling.
This place is cool. There are insane off-cambers and ledges and rocks and loose dirt, and hopefully we can get through this.
Walking out of the house, I got one
I knew I should have packed more underwear.
The hills are scary out here. I'm just bleeding my brakes a little bit. I think I have a little bit of air in the lines. I just want to make sure that I don't lose some pedal when I'm trying to slow it down one of these shale ledges, you know, because it would be easy to get hurt.
You know, some of it's loose rock, so the obstacle changes from guy to guy, so it's pretty interesting, keeping you on your toes.
Got to use the helmet over here, real tight off-camber downhill. Nitto seemed to hook up really good.
Covered up with burrito.
Keith's brakes got a little soft here, so just as a safety precaution on this last little down part here. Fortunately, he's got a rear winch, so we just hooked it up and just have a controlled, gradual descent down.
I'm sweating, buddy. Love it.
I was really looking forward to seeing you down here in this situation.
We got about 10 more vehicles. We'll take a few of those. We're going to exit out here, cut down to the Creek Bottom Trail. Let's see what we can find.
Thankfully, we have amazing spotters on Ultimate Adventure, and we made it through. More to them than to me, so glad I made it down. That was pretty wild.
As Clifton cleared Rockway, we wheeled along the creek bed trail toward the big hill climbs.
Rock and roll.
Well, we're doing a big hill climb at Wheeling World Off-Road Park. It's called Billy's Hill. Pretty steep, has some ledges right about in the middle of it, then a root right at the end. You pop up and go left. Hopefully there's not going to be anybody in front of me. That's usually the biggest problem. That was great. All right, they got a lot of these kind of hills out here. Yeah, I got worried a couple of times because if you're going, all of a sudden you're hopping, so you got to slow down, get out of it. Keep your momentum though, otherwise it's all over with. There's like ball bearings here, it's just all loose. Then finally you get a little traction, get going, then the root at the top, that's the cool one. Bam, pour it off, done, made it. On to the next one.
This is Hell No. The name of it was when the guy walked around and said, hell no. It's got a lot of face rock on it. The main thing is just getting a little bit of wheel spin and avoid the tree at the top. And when you get to the top to continue on up, you'll have to get some wheel spin to finish out.
Hell yes or hell no?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
So that's the day at Wheeling World Off-Road Park just south of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It's been a great day. We had some trails that just kicked our tail. Others we cruised right over. This is the kind of place that you want to come and really figure out what your vehicle's about. Come here. Not only that, hospitality. Dale and his crew have everything you need. They'll throw a party like you see behind us. They got hookups. You don't have to camp primitively like us, but you can. Or full hookups. Bring your motor home. Just make sure that you bring your wheeling rig because this place rocks. I gotta eat.
Changed all the fluids, did some transfer case work, and added a few whatnots and who's it's. Lots of people in shops, when they're prepping a vehicle for something like Ultimate Adventure, they'll write on a whiteboard all the things that need to be done or a piece of paper. For me, I'm not so organized. The best thing was just to use the flat fender. So I used a Sharpie and wrote down all the things that I wanted to address before Ultimate Adventure, and as I went through them, I crossed them out.
Dale, thank
Yes.
you so much. I
Thank you.
appreciate all
Thank
your
you.
help. It's been a wonderful park.
Appreciate it. Thank you for all coming in. Please come back anytime. Enjoy the park and come stay with us.
Sounds great. We'll do it.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's it for the Wheeling World Off-Road Park. This is our last road day of Ultimate Adventure. It's been a great week. It's not over yet, but we have accomplished 4 different off-road parks, about 700 miles of on-road travel, and quite a few off-road. Now we're going to head south. South on the 23, the Pig Trail. It's a great little squirrely trail. Takes us all the way to Atoka, Oklahoma, where we're going to do another great trail. We come into Huntsville, Arkansas for some fuel. We noticed the CV boots falling off of our project truck. We have to get gas, we have to make a pit stop, so in the meantime we made a pit stop on the truck. Our guys got underneath, zip tied it up, fixed it, done, ready to go. We're ready to wheel. We're here on the Ultimate Adventure 2011. We're in Etna, Arkansas. You know, we usually use our 4x4s for our own fun and getting down the road, then doing a trail or two. And we've been doing this for 11 years. This year, where we are is where a tornado went through. And we've come here to actually help clean up some land and help the people here. This is TK Dixon, and pleasure to meet you.
You too, sir.
Yeah. Tell us exactly what went on.
Well, on Wednesday, May 25th, we had a tornado come through this area. It hit us, and it was unexpected because it touched down just about a mile or two from here. A lot of people didn't even know it hit. Radio station was saying tornado sighted in Etna, Arkansas, and it was already tearing up houses, tearing down fences, taking down trees, killing some livestock. We had 3 people that perished in this area. But we are trying to clean this up, and this group here is really helping us out, and they stopped their fun to come and help us out and make it happen.
All right, well, thanks for letting us come and help, because like I said, we always have our fun. We might as well come here and take care of you guys too. You know, we have a lot of fun with our 4x4s, but we also have winches, basically miniature heavy equipment. We're gonna help them pull trees, walls, whatever they need. All right, let's head off to that beautiful American flag over there. Thank you, Lucky Stars. Mr. TK Dixon, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank all y'all. Appreciate it. And ladies.
We're going to remove the hood to possibly help the fuel, the vapor locking problem I'm having. Take the hood off, let some of the engine heat out, maybe see if we can go a little bit further without stopping.
Last road day was a lot of miles. We're here.
You're not dirty, are you?
Well,
there's a hotel room up there calling my name with a nice clean shower and AC.
Well, we made it. It's our final destination, Atoka, Oklahoma. It's 104 degrees in the shade. Out here it's 108. Okay, it's a little bit hotter than normal, but that's pretty normal for Ultimate Adventure. We went something like 390 miles today. We also helped clean up a storm-damaged town called Etna, where the tornadoes came through and wiped it out. So we finally made it, and it's my buddy. We're done. My friend is here as well. Thanks. Drivers meeting! Welcome to the last and final day of Ultimate Adventure 2011. We're in Atoka, Oklahoma. Yay! Joe Eves is our trail guide. He is the manager of Bucket Creek Off-Road Park, and he's going to tell you a little bit about it.
We've been cutting these trails for about 3 years. I think we got about 15 miles of trail up there. Got some pretty large rocks. I hope y'all have fun. Let's get out there and break something.
Yeah. Hey! For those of you that don't know who this is Sam Gillis, who's been with us how many years?
Since about 03 we've been running with it. Whether it's been kind of, as Rick refers to, it's a bunch of cronies that kind of hang out, help the group. I wasn't able to make it this year.
How come?
I've been in Iraq for the last 6 months. Got back Wednesday night.
How many hours did it take?
About 60 hours to get back. Because a bunch of overlays. That was your road day.
Great, thank you precision work. 8:42 and we're on the road. Only 2 minutes late isn't bad at all. This crew knows what they're doing. Our last day of the Ultimate Adventure brings us to Buck Creek Off-Road Ranch. Unfortunately, a couple of the guys couldn't make it here. Sam Patton's Jeep Heapy spit out its transmission and is down for the count, while Phil and Alex are on their way back to Reno in their Ford for some real body work.
Just gonna go a little lower. Something wrong with my bearing hub, locking hub, axle alignment, something had trouble getting the locking hub to lock. So I'm getting it back together now and should be able to go on our way here in just a minute.
Welcome everybody, we're at Buck Creek Farms. This off-road park has stuff that you will not believe. Yesterday we had 4 or 5 crews go down. However, does everybody have lunch? Yes. Of course you do, because what if you broke down on the highway and you never made it here? What would happen? You would die, you would starve to death if you didn't. But we have a special treat for you. Joe, tell us what we have for lunch.
Barbecue sandwiches that the landowner has brought to us. Going to be catered out here to us after we run the first 2 trails.
All right. Let's go. Our trail leader, Joe, is going to be in Red Buggy.
This is Joe again. We're on Just Say No to Joe. Usually every time somebody comes up in here, we break. I don't know why I got that name. This is the first trail we're going to hit today at Buck Creek. Everybody have fun.
The objective this morning is to make it to the top of Say No to Joe so we can enjoy our catered lunch. The trails here at Buck Creek are all long and hard with no relief in between. We plan on at least 2 of these trails today, even though they are rough ones with big holes and big rocks. We're on Say No to Joe. Joe Eves, the trail leader, took us up here for just a great rock crawling trail. It's been a little bit of work, as you can see. It's making us work. It sure is fun.
Well, Mr. Harrington wants me to take an optional line. It's a little harder, a lot more difficult, and very large hole and a very large drop. So we're gonna give it a shot. Has anybody seen where to get the barbecue restaurant by chance?
beautiful, man. Solid week of good reeling out here on the rocks, big rocks. Makes you feel just like you're back home almost in Southern California. But you're out there.
Brett, tell me what you're working on there. I'm making a sandwich. Do you want one?
The CV boot on the F-150 project vehicle is slipping off. It's not ripped or anything, it's just slipping off, and it did it the other day. So they've cleaned out the race and the inside of the boot. They're putting it back on, and then they're going to do an extra precaution of putting some duct tape on it also, just to help keep it from sliding back off.
I love this, man. These rocks are fun. Oh boy.
Thanks, Randy. Nice job.
Matt, you got a tree saver handy? It's not handy. I can get one out.
Okay.
Right where you wanted to be. We have a busted axle shaft.
Our custom front axle is having a bit of a problem, unlike the rest of the F-150, which has been flawless throughout the trip. While Fred and the crew diagnosed the problem, let's check back at the Whole Rock, where Rocco is doing his thing. This was the hole on Say No to Joe. Rocco from Bubba Rope just made it look really smooth with the help from Clifton Slay spotting. Man, that was sweet. Stop.
Here's a rag to keep this. Oh.
Snap ring, it's like they didn't machine it quite deep enough.
How about up there at the truck? Anybody want to give me an update on the axle?
It's broke.
It's really nice being into some big rocks. This is fun stuff. That's tight technical. You know, body armor on the bottom starts making a difference now. It's a whole different deal than the big hill climbs and the more loose stuff that we've been in. Good rocks, good traction. It's not too bad.
It's gonna come straight, 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 and the front end will fall over.
Jimmy, see that crack right there? See that crack? That's where your front tire needs to go. Yep, and it'll just start walking around. You got it.
All right. All right, hold up, hold up. Little bump. Straighten it up. Good job.
Thank you, guys.
Nothing to it, was it?
More about the spotters.
driver. Nah, you got it. You got it. No problem.
Pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
Rick did a little breakage on the new truck. Been slow, been broke down for about an hour. We're looking to head out and hopefully have some good food here in about 20 minutes, we hope. Not to starve to death out here.
Rick Payway leading the trail with the Ford F-150 EcoBoost, showing us all how it's done. Love the big rocks. Got some nice shade tree canopies going on for us here. Working our way to a hearty lunch and a healthy dinner.
Trying to climb up through here. We got turned a little sideways and they ripped the valve stem right out of the tires.
I think one of them snakes jumped out and bit the valve stem off.
So, changing the tire here real quick. Everybody else is going around and back on the trail here and real soon.
By late afternoon, we hadn't even finished the first trail and the rocks kept coming. And our barbecue meal at the top was starting to get cold.
Well, I wasn't sure if we were going to make that one. Might have a little fiberglass damage, but she held together, so we're happy. We're loving it.
Somebody trying to hoodoo me here. They planted this tree right in the way.
I heard Oklahoma was great for their body work, so I had to come down and definitely make sure I got some of that.
Turn left, back up.
I lost a taillight back there, but that's so far the only damage. Can't complain about that.
I tell you, Vern's Jeep works really, really good. I managed to one-shot down that last obstacle down there. This thing's a sleeper. This is fun. This is what it's all about right here.
Okay.
You're right. Don't move.
Dry shaft.
You know, it didn't feel bound at all.
It what?
Another wrench. That one will not get on there.
That brand new.
fun trail here, but it kicked our ass.
Yay! Ready? Butter.
With the barbecue meal down and the video crew loaded in the Quigley support van, we called an end to the ultimate adventure, and with one last push off the hill, we were done for another year. Now we're gonna head south. Man, this thing is mint. We're just on our regular road day, having fun.